The anticipation for season 14 is killing me. The summer is the worst because the only new supernatural content we have is the gag reel and the trailer hasn't even come out yet. I have a lot of ideas for the next season considering the events of season 13, and of course I needed to post a new theory video, so here it is. Firstly, spoiler warning for season 13. Do not watch this video if you have not finished season 13 and don't want to hear predictions for season 14. I got this idea from one of my subscribers, Eve Master, during a live stream. One of his comments led me to a existential crisis to come up with this idea. So thanks, Eve, I appreciate it. Dean will die in season 14. Jared had spoiled this during a panel. Thanks, Jared. He then leads to say right after that they had finished filming the 4th episode.
Late on Friday.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We did that scene where you die.
It's alright, I've died like 130 times.
Not again.
Yeah.
We actually just finished episode 4 on Thursday.
That's right.
So we are slamming through the season.
With this clip, I think it's safe to say that Dean dies early on in the season. The problem with this information is that there are only 2 ways that we know how to kill an Archangel. That would be an abundance of souls into a vessel and using it as a bomb or something like that, kind of like Castiel did back in season 6. Yeah, season 6. Or the Archangel Blade. All of the Archangels are dead, except Michael, who is still in the cage and is probably way too fucked up to function, but there is an Archangel of mine who could pull this off, so bear with me. We know that in season 13, episode 22, Exodus, Sam and Dean had brought back about 30 people from the Apocalypse world. We also know that Billy, who is now Death, does not like the fact that the universes have mixed. As she said to Dean earlier on in season 13, she wanted to know more information about the other universe.
Word on the interdimensional street is you've been slipping between worlds, Dean. I want to know how you did it. Now.
Well, I thought Death knew everything.
Then you can imagine how this one little blind spot is really bothering me.
Billy is more of a natural fate kind of girl, which is respectable. We saw that she has every way a person could die written down. This is also the reason why she resurrected Dean when he killed himself early on in season 13. If the universes are separate, then that means that Dean saying yes to the Otherworld's Michael would never be documented in Dean's all ways of dying. If Billy would resurrect Dean because it's not his time back in earlier season 13, what would stop her from doing this again? Sam is obviously going to be invested in finding Dean and saving him. Everyone else from the Apocalypse world is going to be more concerned about killing Michael than saving Dean, which is again understandable because that's their whole mission, to kill Michael. Sam should have known at this point that the moment Dean said yes to Michael was a death sentence. There's one person in Sam and Dean's world that could help them, and that's Billy. I believe that Sam will go to Billy for help, and Billy should be willing to help considering Michael is a common enemy. He's most definitely going to be leaving some fatalities in their world. Billy won't like this because again, Michael is from a different universe and he would be changing people's fate, kind of like Rowena in season 13 episode 19, but on a much greater scale considering he is an archangel, not a powered up witch. Billy should want Michael gone just as much as Sam does. Leading to this, Billy could offer a deal. Since Gabriel, and yes, I am mentioning Gabriel, you cannot stop me, he was never supposed to die the way that he did. She could resurrect him to help him fight against Michael. There's more than one reason why it would be Gabriel that she would resurrect, other than Lucifer or Raphael. This would be because Gabriel never did bad like Lucifer or Raphael, hence making him more trustworthy than the other archangels. Plus, like I said before, Gabriel was killed in the other universe and by the Otherworld's Michael. Therefore, Gabriel's death wouldn't have been meant to happen in Billy's books if she has them down for beings other than humans, aka angels, archangels, demons, other things like that. By resurrecting Gabriel, it gives Sam and Billy a chance to take out a common enemy. As I said before, the empty is a universal place that exists outside or in between the multiverses, unlike heaven and hell. So Gabriel is definitely in the same empty that Castiel was in after he was stabbed by Lucifer in the season 12 finale. But there's a catch. For Billy to resurrect Gabriel and save Dean after his death, Sam has to bring back all the people from the Apocalypse world, considering them being around messes with the fate of them and messes with other people's fate in that universe. I know it's a little bit of a stretch. That is a pretty hard decision to make, But knowing Sam, he would do it for Dean, and Castiel and Jack would be on board. Plus, the people from the Apocalypse world just want Michael dead. They wouldn't need to stay in Sam and Dean's world if their biggest threat is gone. So the way that I think that this could happen is like this. Sam finds a way to speak to Billy, whether it's killing himself for a short period of time to talk to her like Dean has done before, finding a way to summon her and talk to her, or her coming to him. Billy would agree that Michael is a huge threat to the universe and offer to help by bringing back Gabriel under the condition that after Michael is dead, the people from the Apocalypse world must return home. If Sam does that for her, she'll bring back Dean, and then boom. One big happy family reunion with Sam, Dean, Castiel, Jack, Mary, and Gabriel. I don't really know the possibility of this happening. In my mind, it seems like something that Supernatural would do. And I'm also not that bad at predicting what happens in the show. If you remember, I predicted everything that happened in the season 13 finale, like to the T. But on the other hand, there could be other ways of this whole thing panning out. If Dean is going to die in the 4th episode, or even roughly around that point, it's safe to say that we'll see Billy again, definitely. She even said she would see him again soon in season 13, episode 19.
Hey, Dean. See you again soon.
Dean's death is inevitable at this point, so it's safe to say that he will be killed by an Archangel Blade. I don't think Billy would be so willing to give Sam, Jack, or Castiel enough souls to kill Michael. With the help of Billy, it's safe to say that this could be the way Dean's death and redemption plays out. Even though there are a few ways they could get Michael out of Dean, as I said in my first video about this, all of them would be in ways that Dean would live. There is enough evidence to suggest that Billy will be a helping hand in this matter, considering she doesn't like anything that messes with the fate of Sam and Dean's world. She has been a help to Sam and Dean before, and it's obvious that even before she was death, she had a lot of power, claiming that she could throw Sam and Dean into the empty. And I would assume that all Reapers could do that too. But that is just my theory. Maybe I'm too distraught over Gabriel's death that I will literally make any attempt to make a theory where he comes back, but I think this one's pretty solid. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe. I usually post videos about Supernatural at least once a week that range from theories to edits to just me crying over the many deaths of my favorite characters. Thank you for watching, and don't get possessed by any demons. Bye!